Is it too late to plan for 2024? No, not at all. So let's get cracking. You're welcome to Income Strategies, the place where you learn the skills to make money, to multiply your money, and to manage your money. Guys, I'm so excited because I know that 2024 is going to be our best year ever. Okay. All right. So, but you see, let me tell you something. You got to have a vision. You got to have a plan. You got to have an intentional vision. Now, what's a vision? A vision is an inner picture of your desired future. That's it. You got to have an inner picture of what you want to see happen in your life. And it doesn't just come like that. You got to do one or two things, right? You got to be intentional and you got to put in the work. Okay? So, what I want us to do today, and I must let you know that this video is going to be long, so it's just for you to listen and plan along with me. Okay? Make sure you bring out your notebooks and a pen and write down these points. It's going to be worth every minute of your time. So please stick with me. If you haven't subscribed, let's go ahead and do that right now because you're going to be getting so much value from these videos and that you don't want to miss any. All right, let's get going. Now, I'm going to divide this plan that we're having for our 2024 into 5 parts. Okay, so the first part is spiritual. The second part will be family. The third part will be health. The fourth part will be financial. And while the fifth part will be recreational. Are we ready to go? Let's get started. All right. So you got to have a plan. And anyone who doesn't plan is getting ready to fail because your life will move in the area or the direction of your most predominant thoughts. And you have to put in intent towards that. Okay. So, and when you plan, right, it's all about having baby steps. Now, we've talked about a vision, right, that it's that inner picture of your desired future. And that desired future is between now and the end of the year, right? Of course, you can plan in different, bunches of time. You can decide to plan for 1 year. You can decide to plan for 5 years. You can decide to plan for 10 years and above. So we can have what we call short-term plans. We can have short-term plans, short-term goals or objectives, right? And we can have medium-term plans or objectives or goals, right? Or we can have long-term. Now, a goal is a desired objective, okay, within a specific amount of time, because that's when we talk about SMART goals, that it has to be SMART goals, right? S for specific, M for measurable, A for accountable, R for realistic, and then T for time bound. So our time bound session is 2024, and that's why we're planning our 2024, okay? Because we want to look back and see that we have achieved our goals, our plans, our objectives, okay? So let's start with the first one. So the first one is spiritual. So spiritual objectives or spiritual goal or spiritual plan. Now, under the spiritual plan, we'll have some other subdivisions, okay? But I'm just trying to share this into 5 different parts so it's easy for you to remember. So spiritual just means that what is your relationship with God, okay? Now, you might be Christian, you might be Muslim, or you might have any other bearing, right? But we need to have a relationship with God. Any way in which you feel you want to interact with God, that's your choice. But for me, right, I'm a child of God and I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. So I need to set spiritual goals for myself. And under that is firstly, my personal development, my personal spiritual development. So I got to set goals for how I want to read the Bible, how I want to pray, and all of those good stuff every single day. And you need to be consistent about it. So you write it out, that for your personal spiritual development. All right. So after that, we have what we call ministry. Okay. Ministry could be something you do in your church or your environment or maybe in your mosque or something, right, that you're giving back to society in terms of in the church, your ministry. So for me, right, my own goal is to be more participatory in the ministry where I am. I'm a member of a ministry where we help teenagers, okay? That's one of the ministries I belong to. So I want to be participatory there. I want to give back in that particular way to help teenagers and get better at what they do, have guidance, and they're mentored and all of that good stuff in the ways of the Lord. So that's area of ministry. So for you, write out your own goals, okay? What would you like to do? How many people would you like to reach? How many people would you like to talk to? How many people would you like to impact? That's very important. So that's under ministry. So another section under spiritual is charity. right? Charity. Yeah, you got to look at what do you want to do to give back to society? What's going to be your corporate social responsibilities under spirituality, right? Yeah, it's like philanthropy, okay? And you want to be able to give back to society. What are you going to do to give back to society, okay? That's philanthropy, that's charity. Do you want to go to, help out, in remand homes? Do you want to go to the prisons to maybe impact lives? Or do you want to go to, motherless babies' homes, to go and give them good stuff? Maybe you want to go and help them out. You want to go to the old people's homes. I mean, there's something you can do to give back to society. So that's charity, okay? That's a point under spirituality. Then there's another point that I call benevolence. You want to help people. Maybe you want to help sponsor people to school. You want to help sponsor people in their business. You want to give out to the needy. That's benevolence, right? So under spirituality, I'll quickly recap that. We've got what? Personal spiritual development. We've also got ministry. We've got charity or philanthropy. And then we've also got benevolence. So you got to set goals for this year, what you would like to do in those areas. All right. I hope you understand that. And I hope you're getting my drift. If you are, please give me a thumbs up. Okay. Go into the comments and give me a thumbs up and let me know that you're getting value from this. And if you haven't subscribed, come on, get ahead and do it. All right. Just go in there and just click on subscribe and tell me that you've subscribed. I'm going to send you a big thank you. All right. Let's go into number 2. All right. Number 2 is family. That's another subdivision, okay, under which we are going to be setting goals. So on the family, right, you have your spouse or your fiance, okay? So if you're married, like I am married, you right? So what are my goals towards my husband? What do I want to do? So I have set goals towards, being a better wife, okay, being a more relatable wife, having time for my husband, spending time with him. I've set goals in those areas, right? Both, relational, romantic, and so many otherwise. I have set goals for my spouse. And for you, if you're not yet married, right, and you're in a relationship, how's your relationship going to be, right? What are the goals? What are the plans that you have for each other? Obviously, it does not include sex. I must tell you that. If you're not yet married, stay out of sex, okay? Okay, sorry, I just put on my counseling hat, so let me just put that down. Okay, so if you're not married yet, what are your plans towards getting married? What are the plans towards getting certain things and all of those good stuff done? And if you need, counsel in that area, you need to look for people that you can, call models, right? Role models, okay? That you can go meet and get some good counseling for, because that's going to help you in your work together. All right. The second part of this are your children, okay? So for me, I have set goals on how I want to relate with each of my children. I've set goals to have discussions with them, daily discussions, and even time for interaction. I've set all those goals. You can do the same, right? Set goals for the time you want to meet with your children. If you have younger children, how you want to cater for them, how you want to help them through school, how you want to do certain things, how you want to interact. And if you have older children, like I do, I have a mix of older and younger children, right? So how do you want to help them in their career? How do you want to help them in their life's work? All of those things, you got to set goals in those different areas. They're very important. Don't forget, on the family, your spouse first, then your children. Okay? Then the third one are your relatives, your parents, and your extended family. Okay? Your parents. How do you want to relate with your parents this year? How many times do you want to call them? How many times do you want to visit? How many times do you want to send good stuff to them? Got to put all of these things together, right? Very important. And of course, extended family, right? How do you want to relate to them? How many times do you want to go visit? How many times do you want to call them? How many times do you want to interact? All right. Do you want to have like a quarterly reunion with your relatives or those kind of things? You got to write your goals about those. Okay. So let's go to number 3. Okay. So number 3 is health. Health is wealth. Let me tell you something. If you don't have health, oh my God, there's no way you're going to enjoy your wealth. Let me tell you something. Look at this coin. It says FIT. You got to be fit. It was actually a coincidence. Okay. You got to be fit to enjoy your wealth. That's it. So what are the goals that you are setting towards your health? What are the goals you're setting towards your well-being? Okay, and that includes a couple of things under that, right? We've got nourishment. Okay, that means what kind of food are you going to be eating? Are you going to be eating junk all year round? Or are you going to be eating healthy food? What kind of food do you want to be doing? I set goals for my nourishment in my family, myself, my family, and my children, right? So you got to know the kind of nourishment you want to give yourself and your family. So health, because someone says you need to eat your food as your medicine, okay? So you don't begin to eat medicine as your food. Wow, that's interesting. You got to eat your food as medicine, and that means that you need to stay out of food that can damage your life, that can damage your health, that can damage your heart. Okay, so nourishment is very key. Another thing you got to look at, like I told you, I'm sorry this video is going to be long, so I'm so sorry, but I got to get this out of the way so that you can plan your year for success. Okay, number two is exercise. Okay, you have to exercise regularly, be active, right? A lot of time, a lot of people, they're quite sedentary, they can't kind of sit down a whole lot, they don't walk around, right? Have goals to walk around, have goals, to go on walks, to go to the gym, all right, to exercise. I mean, you can do your own personal exercise at home, right? Shed off those weight, shed off those fat, or at least get your heart pumping right. Okay, so you have to have good exercise goals. Like I have told myself, I really have to get fit, much more fit. I know I'm fit, but I need to get fitter, if there's anything like that. So I have to say, I'm setting goals. I've set goals, not I'm setting goals, I have set goals concerning my exercising. I told myself I'm going to be exercising twice a week. Yeah, I'm not going to be hard on myself. I'll just take it easy, but at least twice a week, I'm going to be exercising. So exercise is very key. You need to exercise, okay? So after nourishment is exercise. Very, very key. Then, of course, you can take in some supplements. Look out for those good supplements that can help. A lot of times we eat a lot of stuff that don't have so many nutrients in it. So we need to check out for the good supplements that can help. Now, you can go to the pharmacy, or you can Google it, and then you can now check out the kind of supplements that we can use to get our heart pumping well. Omega oils, yes, they help you. Is it omega capsules or omega oils? I'm sorry about that. Whatever it is, you get drift, right? Those kind of things can help your heart to pump well. Make sure that it clears all the cholesterol away from your tract so that there's no risk of, maybe heart attack and things like that. Because you have to always do this. And of course, we should also set a goal to go and, do a checkup. Right? You go and do a checkup. Yeah, it's a goal, right? It's one of my goals. I need to go do a checkup. Most times we don't do checkup. We need to do what we call a yearly checkup to check through your body, make sure that everything is going on well, make sure you're doing fine. Go do a checkup. So, what are the things under health? Nourishment. Eat your food as medicine. Make sure that you take good food, good balanced diet, the right kind of food, not junk, okay? Not junk. Maybe sometimes you can reward yourself with some ice cream, like I do, but not all the time, right? Nourishment, very important. Exercise, very key, right? Supplements, also good. And then do a checkup and make sure that you are fit. All right. Okay, let's get to number 4. Now, number 4 is what we call the cocoa. Cocoa has to do with money. Money is cocoa. Is the key, okay? Because a lot of things want to do, you gotta get money, you gotta make money, to be able to, sponsor your lifestyle, be able to have a good life and enjoy yourself. Okay, so money is key. Now, there are different ways we earn money. So I'm assuming that you're either a business person or you are an employee, right? So if you're or you're a trader, because I'm a business person, right? What that means is that I have multiple businesses that I do, right? Yeah, trading is one of my businesses. One of it, I have over about 5-6 different streams of income that I have, right? So I'm a business person, so I've got to have to create goals about my business. Now, if you are employed, right, you're not yet on your own, that means you're supposed to have an entrepreneurial mindset even in that business. So you gotta have to set goals about your income. So as a business person, I have business income, right? And I have to set a goal. And I don't just want to say I want to make money. I have to have a figure attached to it. And I tell you, it's very important. You can have a figure, or you can have, a range. Okay. You can have a range that you want to put to it for the year, that how much you want to earn in the year 2024, and how much you want to come in as income into your areas of business. And if you have multiple businesses like I do, right, you're going to have to set goals for each of those businesses, right? What are the outcomes you want to see? So for a business A, this should be the amount it should earn. Business B, it should earn this amount. And if you are on a job, you know what your income is. Maybe you want to have goals to get, rewarded and maybe promoted so you can get a higher income. You got to have to set goals for that. Okay. So we have business income that we set as a goal, and then you can also have your employment income also. Next to that is going to be savings. Okay. So that means that you need to save. Like, it's something that I'm not so good at, but I know that I'm setting goals for that. We have to be very intentional about this, right? So if you know you can't do it by yourself, you can give your bank a standing order to help you put some money aside every month. Okay. That's a standing order in your bank. So savings is very key, right? You got to put some money aside for the rainy day. Very important. Okay. And if you can have like cooperatives, I'm a member of a cooperative. So what we do is that we try to put funds together, every month as much as possible. I know I have not been very, very good at that, but I'm going to get better this year, right? So I'm a member of a cooperative, which helps us to save. So we've got to put some money aside so that later on you can always get that money back, or maybe you can take a loan or something if you need to. So saving is very key. You can either maybe have an accountability partner, or you do like susu, or maybe contributions or things like that, or you can give your bank a standing order to help you with that. Okay. So number 3 will be investments under your financial goal. Now, investment just means that you're actually tying down some money in some valuable resource so that it's going to spit out some money for you later on. So maybe you want to buy land, or you want to maybe do some kind of business that you want to invest in and things like that, or maybe you want to buy stocks, or you want to buy, any other thing. I mean, like we're trading, like where I'm a trader, it's also part of investment, but I'm taking trading as one of my businesses, and I have set a goal for that. Okay. So you can do any kind of investment that if you don't know what to do, you can also get, what we call mutual funds, put your funds with some fund managers that can help you and give you some interest, over a period of time. Okay, so that is what investment. Okay, so definitely, as I said, you have to be able to set goals for every aspect of your financial elements. Like for instance, trading is one element of my financial goals. Okay, so I've set a goal for my trading activities, and I said this is the amount of money I want to be making every month from my trading. Okay, so you got to set those goals. I hope you understand that. Now, oh my God, that has taken so much. I hope I've not bored you. If you're getting value, please let me know. And if you have not subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and let me know that you subscribe. Okay, now to the 5th one. So the 5th one is recreation. At times we work, and we don't think about taking ourselves out or rewarding ourselves. Please, come on. Reward yourself a little bit along the way. Yeah, because you made it. You were able to do it. I mean, reward yourself from time to time. Make a plan to reward yourself periodically, right? Because you've done a lot of work, man. You've done a lot of work, girl. It's time to enjoy yourself, okay? So we got to put in some rewards for ourselves. It's part of the goals, okay? Do you like to go on vacation? Would you like to go maybe 1 week, 2 months? Yeah, take some time off. Go play. That's it. Maybe you can go to the park. Maybe you can go to the zoo. The other time I took my children to like a park where it's like a zoo kind of, right? And they saw different kind of, animals. I'm telling you, take some time off when you need to do so. Okay. Relax your brain. Okay. You deserve it. Tell yourself, I mean, if you've gotten to this point of the video, just type in the comments, I deserve it. Okay. Say it. I deserve it. Type in the comments, I deserve it. Yes, because you do. Okay. So we need to relax. We need to take our time to enjoy ourselves. along the way. You can have a goal for that every month. You can have a goal for that every quarter. You can have a goal for that every 6 months. It's your choice, okay? Just make sure you write something about that in your goals, in your objectives, okay? Then you also have to have, under recreation, your friends, the people you relate with, your social interaction. How do you want to take time out to go visit your friends, have fun with your friends, have get-togethers, right? Social interaction is also part of your goals, right? How many times you want to call them, right? You gotta have those kind of goals in your kitty. Very important, right? So on the recreation, you need to what? Appreciate yourself because you did it, okay? You spent a lot of time doing work, okay? And then you also need to reward yourself. Reward yourself from time to time. You don't have to reward yourself after you've done all the big stuff. Reward yourself after every little stuff. That's why, you have all these small, small goals that you put into baby steps, okay? And once you've achieved that, one little part of your goal, celebrate. It's time to celebrate. Look, you have to celebrate movement over perfection, progress over perfection. You got to get it done, right? But tell yourself you deserve that reward. From time to time, we take our time to appreciate ourselves. Along the way, you enjoy the journey because sometimes the journey can be tough. It could be rough, right? But you enjoy the journey and you reward yourself along the way. I hope you've learned something from this long video about our planning 2024. Okay, so this is a recap, quick one, right? We are going to be making goals or objectives or plans in 5 different areas of our life. Okay, first one is spiritual. Okay, spirituality, yes, and when we talked about just your relationship with God and relationship with yourself, and where you're going to give back to society and how you're going to serve humanity. Okay, we looked at all those good stuff on the spirituality. Number 2 is family. Okay, how do you want to relate with your husband or your wife or your fiance or your fiancé, right? What are the goals you want to have? And then your children, your parents, and your extended family. All right. Number 3 is health. Health is wealth. Don't forget, make sure you have good nourishment, you exercise regularly, you take good supplements, and you do checkups. All right. Number 4 is financial. Okay. You're going to make goals for your business or for your employment income, whichever way it goes, right? And then you're going to invest, you're going to save, right? Those are very important. You need to have trading goals also. Like I told you, as one of my businesses, trading is one of my businesses. You got to have trading goals, okay? Trading income goals. You need to write that out every month. How many trades you want to take and how much you want to make. That's very important. Then finally, we've got recreational goals, okay? How often do you want to reward yourself? Take out time to appreciate yourself because you did it, okay? And God helped you. He granted you the grace, okay? Now, if you've learned something, please let me know in the comments which one of these areas you have started taking action on. All right, I would like to know in the comments. Thank you once again for watching, and I wish us all a very beautiful and prosperous and rewarding 2024. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.